I'm sure of it. They're right outside the door. They're not very good at it either. I can't understand why anybody would want to follow me.
Well, you haven't talked to anybody about me, have you, Gina?
No, of course not. I said I wouldn't. Look, don't worry about me. I'll get rid of them. I mean, they're rank amateurs. I'm on my way over.
Gina. Well. It seems the Capwells already suspect Gina. And they've made it obvious they want me to know they suspect her.
Do you really think you can control that woman?
No, she'll serve her purpose.
You're getting awfully cocky again.
You got the latest readout there on the Capwell stock? Looks like there's still no leak about my takeover. Everything's in order. Gina's gonna lead my opponent right to me. Time to come face to face with the Capwells.
So glad to have you home, what can I tell you? Cruz take the kids straight home?
No, I dropped them off at Carmen's. Cruz is still in Mexico.
Oh.
We found his father, and his father's coming back to Santa Barbara. And they're just delayed in immigration with some details.
How about that?
Yeah.
What about Kelly?
Kelly decided to stay a little longer, so she didn't come back on the jet with me.
Oh, she's going to miss the big dinner tonight.
What big dinner?
Oh, I planned a big dinner to welcome you all home. It's all right. Your mother won't be there, but the rest of the family will.
And why isn't Mama going to be there?
It's not what you think, darling. I called her, I invited her, but she's out of town.
Is she all right?
Yeah, I imagine she's fine. She's probably on a business trip. She's had to take on a lot more responsibility since Kelly came over to work for us. And speaking of Kelly, has she talked to you about any problems with Capwell Enterprises?
No. Why? Is something wrong?
I don't know. Mason and Kelly have assured me that everything seems to be just fine. There are no problems, but I have a gut feeling they're holding out on me.
Listen, isn't this the same gentleman who retired a few months ago?
Excuse me. Don't try to snow me. I need you on my side.
Daddy, Kelly and Mason are on your side.
You know what I'm talking about, and you should know what's going on with Capwell Enterprises. You're supposed to be running it.
I'm sure the company is fine and you have nothing to worry about. Now, didn't your doctor say you had to be well and stop being stressful?
Knock that off. My doctor's advice is fine. I'm listening to it, and I am fine. I may be retired, but I want to know what the hell is going on with Capwell Enterprises at all time. And you're supposed to be telling me. I don't know what the hell Mason is doing. I have no idea what Kelly is doing.
Maybe we should hold off on this dinner until Cruz and Kelly come home.
We'll have another dinner for them. I don't want to cancel, Ellie.
Yeah, but if Mama's not going to be here...
But the rest of the family will. Please, it's important to me.
All right.
Hey, Greg, how are you?
Hi.
Hi, Eden. Welcome back.
Thanks. Nice to see you again. Were you at the beach?
Yes, I was. I really love it there. It's nice.
Yeah.
And Mexico? How was Mexico?
Great.
I hear it's really beautiful there.
Yeah. If you like the beach, that's definitely the place to go. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I bet it's going to be really difficult to go back east after you've enjoyed the Santa Barbara sunshine.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, listen, I better go upstairs and change. I'll see you around.
You'll see her tonight at 7 sharp.
Yes, sir.
I thought you said the dinner tonight was just family.
Well, it seems there were quite a few things that Kelly didn't fill you in on.
What? Is there something going on here?
I lost them.
Oh.
The people who were following me. First, I went through the kitchen, I went out the back door, then I went over to the house, and I walked down the pool.
Story. I'll wait for the Reader's Digest version. What do you want?
To see Robert, of course.
You don't have an appointment.
Well, I'm sure he'll see me.
Mr. Barr is extremely busy right now.
You haven't even told him I'm here yet.
You're quick. Look, I don't bother him when people bother
I'm not bothering him. I called him. I let him know I was not...
Oh, hello, Gina.
I'm just trying to explain to your pet pit bull here that I managed to lose those people who were following me.
You can leave us, Renfield.
It's your call?
So, you sure you lost those men who were following you?
No question. I just can't figure it out.
Well, I've got a lot of enemies. Maybe somebody realized that you and I were seeing each other.
What difference would that make? Unless the Capwells are on to you.
You know, I get the feeling that you enjoy this intrigue.
Well, the Capwells have been a constant in my life. But I like to know where I stand. I mean, if they're watching me, then they think I'm involved. Am I? Involved?
In what?
In whatever it is you're doing.
All right, now I'm just visiting a beautiful city and getting to know some of its more interesting people.
What about Capwell Enterprises?
Well, I will admit I'm curious. They do have some interesting holdings. But I'm telling you this in the strictest of confidence now.
Yes, I'm perfectly clear on that. It's just that if these people who are watching me see us together, aren't the Capwells going to become suspects?
Gina, I have nothing to hide. I mean, what could be suspicious about me spending time with a beautiful woman? Right now, I've got a lot of work to take care of.
Well, I guess I should go home then.
I hate to say so, but yeah. See, I want to get everything out of the way so that nothing interferes with our having a wonderful dinner this evening. Unless I get this done...
Checking into Capwell Enterprises?
Your curiosity is insatiable.
Well, I'm only curious about the Capwells and like you.
I'm looking forward to our dinner. I'll see you here at 7 o'clock, right?
I'll be here. And I'll try to get rid of those guys if they follow me.
Yeah, don't bother.
Are you sure?
Oh, I'm positive. Look, if somebody's that interested in knowing that we're spending time together, let's not disappoint them.
Bye.
Bye.
After all these years, Megan tells you have a son?
She was determined to raise Greg on her own. She did a pretty remarkable job. He's a fine young man.
Well, I'm sure he is, but don't you think you should maybe do some research?
Oh, Greg, I was just informing Eden about the news about us. Kelly did not tell her anything about
Oh,
it.
that doesn't surprise me one bit.
What makes you say that?
She probably didn't want to ruin your vacation.
Maybe you shouldn't be so quick to judge everybody's reaction.
They didn't waste any time judging me.
Greg.
Maybe that's because we don't know how to react to having a brother so instantaneously. Maybe you should give us a little time to let it sink in. Don't jump to any conclusions before you,
Eden, welcome home.
Thank you, Megan.
She just got the bomb dropped on her, Mom. I'm going out.
Don't forget our dinner tonight at 7.
I won't. It's okay if I bring a date, isn't it?
Emily?
Is that a problem?
Well, yes, I wanted this dinner to be kind of just for family. Can't you see her tomorrow night?
I already made plans to be with her tonight.
I'm sure if you explain it,
I'm
she'll
not explaining
understand.
anything. I made a date with her. I'm not breaking it. I'm sorry about your big dinner.
Greg! Well, I handled that as well as usual, didn't I?
Greg tends to take his commitment seriously.
Well, maybe if he explained it to Emily, she would understand this situation.
Maybe he'll change his mind.
Eden, I'm sorry that you've had to come home to all of this.
No, it's fascinating stuff. Stuff of romance novels.
Only this is fact. It's not fiction.
Yeah, so you say. I gotta get back to the kids. I'll see you at 7. I assume you'll be here as well, Megan.
Honey,
I don't understand why everybody's just accepted the fact that Dad is Greg's father.
Well, he's certainly not denying it.
Yeah, right. With Dad's ego, you'd think he populated half the country.
Eden, how you talk about our dear father.
I love Daddy, but I think everybody should look into Megan's story before we start believing it.
I think she's got a point.
All right, I'll make sure that we discreetly check out her story more carefully.
Good. Now I want to hear what's going on with Capwell Enterprises.
Didn't Kelly fill you in?
I want to hear it from you. What's happening?
We have indications that someone may be attempting a hostile takeover.
Mason's been handling this on his own, and I'm glad that you're here to help him.
Yeah, do you have any executives or companies you suspect?
Well, of course we do.
Good. I'd like a profile on them.
Well, Eden, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I think it would be better if I were to continue to handle this
But you are continuing to handle it.
alone, Eden. I'd like to handle it alone.
Mr. Barr is very busy now.
I don't give a
We
damn
have
about the
appointments.
London route. I'm interested in the equipment. I want a breakdown on all the 747s and Airbuses in the fleet. And I want it within the hour.
I thought we had a deal.
Renfield just canceled our appointment. I'm busy.
Really? Well, then maybe I ought to go to the Capwells and tell them about Lisa.
Now, if you are the psychic you say you are, I assume you can tell what I'm thinking right now. And that I do not respond well to threats of any kind.
And I don't like to be stood up. You know, I can't help you destroy the Capwells.
Why are you so interested in destroying them?
I have my reasons, just like you have yours, and I don't think either one of us is in it for the money.
Well, maybe not, but it does make it all a little more palatable, doesn't it? 10,000, Renfield. Oh, whatever it is that's driving you, it must be pretty strong.
Oh, yes. Stronger than anything I've ever felt in my life.
Don't disappoint me, Sandra. I only pay for information I can use.
Don't worry. You'll be able to use it.
That one could be big trouble.
We'll just have to make sure she isn't.
Mason, the company isn't your responsibility anymore. I appreciate you taking over for me while I've been gone, but now I'm back. And I would like to take over.
Not in a situation like this, Eden.
I don't like your implication.
Eden, I'm not going to turn this into a battle of ego.
But that's what it is.
Now, look, Eden, it's a question of experience, okay?
You don't think I'm capable of handling this?
Look, you've done a fine job handling the day-to-day operations, Eden, but something like this requires different abilities.
Oh, I see. That's what happens when a woman runs the show.
Eden, could you put your ego aside for just
Could you
one
put your
moment?
patronizing attitude aside for a second? You were given a chance to run this company, and you said, I'm not interested. So you don't know a hell of a lot about day-to-day operations, do you?
Damn it, Eden. This has nothing to do with your abilities. Don't you understand that? It has to do with the dirty side of running a business. Now, I've been there. I know what it's like, and I'm better at it than you are.
I thought Ted would have been here by now.
We all know why he isn't here.
Greg.
It's true.
Well, I think we should go ahead.
By all means, let's slaughter that fatted calf. Just an expression.
And so fitted to the occasion.
I would like to say grace.
There's another first.
Mason.
No, it's all right. He's right. Not very often is he right, but he's right now. It is not very often that we say grace at this table, but tonight, you all have so much to be thankful for. Not just the food on the table, but for this wonderful family and the strength that this family brings to all of us. Now, we've few bridges to cross yet, but with honesty and understanding, I think we'll all get closer and closer. My darling Eden, I am so happy to have you back. I welcome you and the grandchildren back to the table. I'm sorry that Kelly and Cruz couldn't be here with us. And I want everybody to know that I am very, very proud to have Greg as my son. I am a very lucky man.
Was there a grace in there somewhere, Dad?
Okay. I'm sorry I got off on a tangent.
It's okay, Dad. We know what you meant.
I hope so, darling. Actually, as long as I'm on a tangent, I think I'll keep going. You all know that my life has been changed recently. With Megan coming into my life. And finding out that Greg is my son. I just want you to know that I have been in love with Megan long before I found out that Greg was my son. So I see no reason we should wait any longer. I would be honored if you would become my wife.
I can't believe you're doing this.
Megan, please.
I told you a few hours ago that I couldn't marry you, and I told you exactly why. And I assumed for some reason that you were listening to me. But I guess your ego is just so enormous that you assumed that if you asked me here in front of your whole family that I couldn't possibly turn you down. That sweet little Megan would smile and nod and you'd get your way. Well, I'm sorry. And as much as I may love you, I will not let myself be stampeded into a wedding just because you've set your stubborn mind to it.
Megan, please.
No!
She's a lot stronger than you think she is.
Greg. Excuse me.
Well, Dad certainly hasn't lost his touch. Join me?
I feel like such a jerk.
Oh, don't worry, Dad. You're totally justified.
No. For the second time tonight, he's right.
Got it.
Did you talk to Megan?
Darling, she was so furious she wouldn't even open the door.
Well, if she already turned you down, you were sort of pushing it.
I know, baby, but I couldn't help it. I had you all here. It was family time. When she turned me down the first time, I didn't think she really meant it.
Are you really in love with her?
Totally without question.
Maybe you ought to go talk to her.
Maybe you're right. I gotta try to make her understand. Wish me luck.
Not sure I wish him luck in this case.
Yeah, I'll be right there. I've got some business to take care of.
What business?
It has to do with the firm.
Oh, you dropped all your cases.
Well, actually, it has to do
The takeover? What is it, Mason?
Security people followed Gina to the Capwell Hotel. She made no effort to lose them, which leads me to believe that I'm expected there as well.
Okay, well, let's go.
Now, Eve,
Now, I'm not even arguing with this. I'm coming with you.
Well, maybe I should go.
Julia, please. I've already got one woman too many coming along.